Ah, farming, the ancient art of coaxing food out of the ground, or, as I like to call it, the original tinder for humans and plants. Back in the day, when we were all hunter-gatherers, life was a bit like a never-ending buffet line, until all the big animals decided to play hide-and-seek and never came back. Suddenly, we were left with a choice: die, move somewhere else, or take the plunge into plant parenting. And just like that, agriculture was born. Forget about swiping right. These early humans were swiping seeds into compost heaps and hoping for the best. Now, let's not forget our poetic tribute to farmers, those unsung heroes who must feed everyone from kings to beggars, while we mere mortals can't even feed ourselves without consulting Google. God bless the man who sows the wheat. Indeed. Seriously, if only we could bless those who grow kale as fervently as we do with our avocado toast. Fast forward to modern times, where climate change is knocking on farmers' doors like an unwanted salesman with a clipboard. Hey there, agriculture is a problem too. Cue the shocked faces. It's like finding out your beloved pet is actually a tiny dinosaur. But fear not, regenerative farming is here to save the day, because burying carbon is apparently much more effective than burying our heads in the sand. And speaking of sand, let's take a trip to ancient Maya times, where corn was king, and farmers had to get crafty with their calendars. Who needs a smartwatch when you can just climb a pyramid to check the sky? The Maya were the original Instagram influencers, but instead of selfies, they posted "What's in Season" updates. Now, let's hop over to India, where half of the workforce is sweating it out in agriculture. Enter artificial intelligence, the new farmhand that's way better at math than we are. Water the crops, fertilize, and call pest control, it says. Meanwhile, farmers are probably thinking, can you also do my taxes? Then there's the post-World War II era, when farmers were practically swimming in grain surpluses like Scrooge McDuck in his money bin. But then came the 1970s, and it was suddenly less about grain and more about how do we feed the world without losing our minds. Cue the government scrambling like it's Black Friday at a grocery store. In the end, farming isn't just about the food. It's about community, joy, and creating a habitat that makes life a bit more bearable. So here's to the farmers. May their hearts be light, their crops be plentiful, and their TikTok accounts be bountiful. Now, if only someone could figure out how to grow money on those fields.